Hello, welcome back to Crafty Leaks. Today's video is going to have us painting and we're going to try these brushes. Now I've heard that you shouldn't buy what they call multi-use brushes, but this says perfect for acrylics, watercolour, gouache, ink, oil and face paint. So I don't know. We're going to give it a go. And
the face paint bit is the one that makes me skeptical.
Yeah, we're going to use our Himi paints again, the gouache paints. Himi, however you say it. And then we're going to try these, which come in a lovely case. Here's the case.
When she bought these, she also bought cheaper brushes,
Yeah.
which I experimented with and created this, which is don't stop making noise for a sec. Which is Harley Quinn from the new film, and as you can see, I didn't have like complete control over the whole thing, and it didn't pick up the paints the best, but they were better than the other ones we were using.
Yeah. So these are the ones we tried. She was trying yesterday. So these are a lot cheaper. These are Royal Langnickel.
And as you can see, there's multiple of the same one as opposed to this one, which has all different sizes.
Yeah, so, because this is a classroom pack apparently.
My hands are cold, ignore the manky gloves.
So we're going to compare them against this. And here they are. And it's got a little palette brush.
And
I'll put the price up on the screen of what we paid for this and what we paid for
probably about here.
The Royal Langnickel ones. But we're going to have a go at using these new brushes.
And it also came with a palette knife.
And it's, look at this. Look.
Did it also come with a palette knife?
Yeah,
That was quite
and this has got a special, if I can get it to stick, stand. So you can stand like that. It's a nice set, and the brush, you know, just feels nice. I don't know. It's like a good feel to it. But anyway, we will be going into voiceover soon because it's so windy here at the moment, and you can probably hear it in the background now. So we thought we'll talk in voiceover when it's a bit quieter. So I'll be doing a painting of some trees and night sky, and Rhiannon is going to be painting. Who are you painting, Ray?
Elizabeth Olsen.
Elizabeth Olsen, who acts as the Scarlet Witch. And is she in anything else?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, she's probably in a few other things, but that's what Rhiannon likes her from, because Rhiannon's, I don't know if you've guessed by now, but Rhiannon is a big Avengers and Marvel fan. You know, she's a bit
Don't know
of
what you
mean. Yes. So anyway, into voiceover, and we'll see you again at the end. Bye. Here we are in voiceover. Yay!
3 times the charm.
Third
Hopefully
time's
our
the charm.
microphones are working now.
Yes, hopefully we can, fingers crossed. Anyway, as you can see, I gave a water wash onto my watercolour paper, which is from the Paul Rubens watercolour and wet media block. I then added some blues and purples, and in a moment you see me adding my favourite pink, because I love this pink. Oh, look at that. How nice is that?
More of a purple or a magenta.
Well, yeah, I love it. And you have to build up the colours.
That was quick, wow.
I know, I'm so quick.
A little clap for you.
I know, I'm so
I clap
clever.
loudly because I've got gloves on.
Yeah, and these brushes I found really quite good.
Compared to them?
Yeah, compared to like before all of this, I just had some AliExpress paintbrushes and they were okay.
Some like crafty brushes from like
Scrawler boxes.
10 years ago.
Yeah, and it was a
10
mixture.
years ago is the main one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Scrawler boxes and like ones that came with paints were the only ones we really had.
Yeah, so I bought a box of classroom ones, which Rhiannon showed you earlier on, the picture she did with them. And she said they were okay, but you couldn't get great detail, wasn't
The
it?
Harley Quinn was the one.
Yeah.
Done with them. But yeah, but I also found with these ones as well, they didn't have great variety. I found myself using one slightly too big or one slightly too small.
Yeah. What, this set that you're using now?
Yeah. But even more so with the classroom one, so this is an improvement, but not quite perfect.
Yeah, like I said, what we'll do is get a bigger one, a more expensive set soon. And as you can see while we've been talking, I've done a splatter background for the stars. I started off using the fan brush on the trees, but I found that it was a bit flimsy, so I went back to using the brush I'd used on the
So
background.
maybe you need like a thicker fan brush.
Yeah, a more sturdy
A la
one.
Bob Ross.
Yeah, but you'll see I go back to it again then to add a bit more detail. There we are on
So
like,
it's
the leaves.
good if you used it with other things.
Yeah, it was very
Or
good.
if it was like a smaller painting.
Yeah, possibly. It was just.
Why am I nodding?
I couldn't get the branch thickness I wanted, so that's why I went back to using the flatter one. And like I said, as you can see, the background on the sky, everything is centered up towards the top middle, and that gives you the impression of
Perspective.
looking up at the trees and up at the sky, and it's supposed to be a bit of like an aurora borealis look to it.
Also known as what photographers have to do to get that angle.
Yeah, and then I'm going in with a finer brush just to do a few more little stars in the background and a few little constellations at the top there. I don't know what constellations they are, but I just made them up. And then I go back in with some black and just tidy up a little bit at the bottom. And in, well, not long now, and you'll see Rianne will start doing hers.
I like this bit.
Yeah, I'm just peeling off
But
my
then you
tape.
did this bit very... Look, what's that?
I know, it's not very satisfying, was it? But there we are, so that's what I managed to create. I was quite happy with it.
Yay!
And now we go on to Rianne's.
This is me sketching it out. It took me about the same amount of time it took her to paint that to sketch it. So yeah.
I know, that's why I quite liked doing the painting I did, because there was no pencil work or anything, I just straight in.
I can kind of do it without drawing it out first, but I just find it a lot easier. Here's me doing my background.
And I wonder what colour and why you used that colour.
Honestly, it was because the last painting I did was a blue background,
Ah, right, okay.
and I
thought,
didn't want to do the same coloured background.
I thought it was because of Scarlet Witch.
No, and I wanted her to stand out, so like, you know.
I thought it had like a flame look to it, doesn't it, a bit?
Yeah. But yeah, this is me doing the background. I'm not so used to doing backgrounds, as you can probably tell, but I do know how to do a gradient, which is what you can see me doing. I like gradients.
And you're getting more into the backgrounds now, aren't you, I think?
Not really, I'm trying to make myself do them more.
And I think it's easier with paints, isn't it? When you're colouring with like markers or something, it's a bit more...
Well, this is a sort of new thing for me, because I always forget to do a background, so it's like, oh, well, it's too far now, because you can't do a background afterwards. But when I remember, I do try to do one.
Because I find with markers and things, I just don't want to, because you think, oh, how long is it going to take to colour the background? Whereas with paint, you can just...
Also, something I noticed I want to point out, I had my paints on the right, and as you can see, I'm currently painting with my left hand, and she did it the other way around, and that's so inconvenient for the camera.
Yeah, but I was expecting you to start painting when I was painting, so I had them in the middle, which is where they'd be now.
No, well, you knew I was sketching, that was the whole thing.
Yeah, but I was thinking you were going to, you know, do your sketching a lot quicker.
This is me struggling to do a nose. It kind of gets better, kind of fail again. And then this hair colour, I kept putting it down before I did the neck, and then I had to do it again with the shoulders, and you can just see my like visible frustration through
You're
just
going
my
back
hand.
and forth to trying to do the hair.
Yeah.
You just wanted to do the hair.
Yeah, then I've got to do the ear, so I have to go back and do that later on. And it's like, oh, come on, Ian.
But that is what's a good thing about gouache, isn't it? Like acrylic.
Well, no, because this is like the base coat anyway, so I
Yeah.
paint on top of that. I do like acrylic.
No, but
more,
you can put the colour over the top, can't you? As with watercolour, you'd have to
Yeah.
try and get it up and...
But I do find a problem with gouache. If you try to layer it too much, it picks up.
Yeah, you've got to
Especially
let it
after-
dry in between, I think.
No, but if I leave it to dry for too long, it picks it up
Oh,
easier.
does that? I found it the opposite. when I was
No,
doing
but
the
also
top.
the opposite too. It's just very hard to use.
Well, it could
but
be
it
these
could-
particular
yeah.
gouaches, you know.
I want to try using other gouaches a bit more. You can see me darkening up the blazer.
Blazer? Jacket?
I think it's a blazer.
Okay.
Let
Well, you
me-
see the picture at the end again anyway, so... You can...
Again.
Again,
You
no.
can see it to the beginning.
I mean, you can see the picture at the end, so you can see what...
And also,
is.
you notice I do overpaint quite a bit onto the tape, but that's because I'm kind of new to tape and I keep forgetting about, like...
It sort of shrinks an awful lot when she takes the tape
It
off.
doesn't shrink.
Well,
an
no,
awful
it
lot.
shrinks at the top. And well, it feels like it's shrinking. It's not.
Not at the top. The top's the okay bit, but anyway, this here took me quite a while to get right. You can see like lots of layers, but I think the layers helped make it look good in the end. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I think it was really good hair.
Thank you.
I
I'm
don't
trying to
think
be better with my hair.
I don't think I'd have had the patience to have done that much. I don't know. I haven't done a person painting yet, so
You need to try.
I'll have to give it a go.
You do. You need to give it a go.
Yeah, maybe I'll paint somebody one day.
It's very ominous. As you can see as well, the red's coming up quite a bit through the coats, and I couldn't like layer it too much because then it'd pick up the background. So yeah, it's a very dark coat now, which is like my final coat going in.
But I think it looks good. It really brings it to life. There.
That's creepy.
No, you know what I mean. Doesn't bring it to life.
Necromancing, but instead of dead things, it's painting.
But it makes it look more realistic. Bringing in that dark colour. I don't know what it is.
I'm glad I did it. It's like I was trying to get the right colour, but for some reason these paints do not go well with my weird paint mixing skills, because you can see I was lacking like throughout this whole thing. It makes me feel very sad about my paint mixing skills.
No.
Or lack of. Anyway, you can see me adding like the highlights in here, which I like. And this is where I realised I needed to do the ear.
Yeah. She was doing who's the one with missing ear?
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Or Van Gogh. I think that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see me just sort of.
Oops. Okay, here we go. Trying to be you again.
And can I say these cuts are like quite perfect, because whenever you see me change colour, it's like very quickly, and that's because I let the other layer dry, like just now. That wasn't my best example, but like secret cuts happening. And I like those secret cuts. They make me feel powerful.
I know.
And you can see me adding more detail, which I sort of regretted, but then liked in the end. But yeah, so that's the hair. I feel like I need to say something.
Yeah, it's like I said, Ria, I'm very proud of you for this picture. I think it's really, really good. And you can see with each picture she's done, hopefully she'll do a book tour soon when she finishes it, which she's got quite a while to go, but
yeah.
She's getting better. She's doing more art again now, didn't you? You went through a phase where you didn't.
No, but when I get outside, I often like sort of binge art.
Mm.
And like recently, the weather's not been great, so my like emotions seem to have taken a toll. So I've been sort of binge arting, which means I go through like a lot of pages, but like not really, because I also don't want to waste pages because I think it's all bad. It's just.
Oh, but hopefully when she's finished and we do a tour, sketchbook tour, you'll see how much she's come in each painting. Like, each one that she's done.
Dude.
It's that little bit more.
Yeah, because I learned like
detail.
You saw my like Harley Quinn earlier, and you can see I learned with my background a bit more. I couldn't do like the cross hatches much, which made me sad. But then I did a sort of softer blend, but also not. But then you can see I've learned from like the first time, but it was also the changing brushes. It's like it's both. Yeah, it's not exactly the greatest comparison since they're also two completely different people. But yeah, like we used the same gouache for both though.
Yeah.
So that sort of
gives you a little,
evens it out. Thank you for being proud of me.
But hopefully we'll get some more gouache soon. Maybe a medium expensive, not too expensive, and medium price range.
These eyes I just put on really thickly. I remember, like it's just.
And then we'll see
inconvenient.
And then we can see if there is much of a difference between the gouaches. But we're coming to the end of Rianne's painting.
We do have the gouaches from Scrawler Box, but that's about it. And those really cheap ones he bought like a year ago, which I still like. And it's me struggling with the eyes because the size of the brush wasn't great. And it just wasn't going down. And then there was a gap, my phone died, so I couldn't record and that's the photo I used.
So these are what we created. There's Elizabeth Olsen and my trees. I know, it's quite funny. Mine is. They're completely different, but it shows different art styles that we have, I suppose, doesn't it?
A tree and a person's not different art styles, it's just preferences.
Okay.
What we like to paint. If I drew trees, it might be exactly the same, you know.
Anywho, these are what we've created. We hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope we didn't ramble on too long during the voiceover. We'll see you next time on Crafty Leaks. Bye.